And joining us for some analysis is our CBN News Middle East Bureau Chief Chris Mitchell. Chris, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas told the United Nations the Palestinians are no longer bound by their agreements with Israel. What does this particularly mean for the Jewish state?
Well, it means, I think, in some sense, I think it's just recognizing the obvious. I don't think the Palestinians have really acknowledged the Oslo peace process for years. Many people, analysts, have said the peace process itself that began in Oslo many, many years ago has really been dead, and there has been no meaningful negotiations between the Palestinians and the state of Israel for many years. The Palestinians rejected back in Yasser Arafat back in 2000, Camp David when he met with Ehud Barak, and then later Mahmoud Abbas met with Ehud Olmert. He again he rejected a deal that Olmert had given to him. There had been very few negotiations, hardly at all, in the last couple of years with Benjamin Netanyahu, with his government. I don't see necessarily what's this going to change in the status quo right now. There's been really no meaningful negotiations going on for a long time.
What does this mean? What does his declaration actually mean practically on the streets of the Palestinian territories? What does this mean? How do you think Palestinians are going to be reacting rather?
Well, they might be reacting like they have been for several weeks now. For example, there's been a lot of violence on the Temple Mount. That's really been the flashpoint between Israelis and Palestinians. Mahmoud Abbas has said he doesn't want any Jewish feet defiling the Temple Mount, and so that's sort of exacerbating the situation. There have been violence around Jerusalem and different parts of the West Bank. Practically, it could accelerate. That could. Some people have been concerned of a third intifada beginning, and that may be if he makes the statement, sort of saying that there's no more negotiations going on, no more Oslo peace process. That could accelerate some of the violence going on in the region.
Okay. As always, Chris Mitchell, our bureau chief, who mans the bureau there and watches all things, not just Israel, but also the greater Middle East. As always, sir, thank you so much for your insights.
Thank you, George.